So when you search AI up on the internet, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of different articles. They could be talking about everyone's different opinions about whether we should use it or not, or it could include some expert opinions about how it works. So when I started preparing for this talk, I decided to search AI up just to get a general gist of what I was getting into, and I was immediately taken aback. I was brought back to the days where I had to look through all of these articles just to get a couple 1 points. So this time, instead of using Google or Bing, I decided to use an AI tool to collect the most relevant and the most important information, which really saved my time. So yeah, essentially I did ask AI to help me talk about AI. Pretty ironic, right? Well, the truth is, using AI in today's time is simply inevitable. I can't remember a single point in my life in which I wasn't interacting with AI, a feeling I'm sure is common amongst most of the kids of the 21st century. We can see that AI is able to perform key tasks that are currently executed by humans, hence lowering the demand for labor and even eradicating jobs. The International Monetary Fund projects that a staggering 40% of all jobs will be affected by the rise of AI, and even more in advanced economies. So you might be wondering, what impact does this have on us, the kids of this generation, the so-called AI natives? Well, from interactive video games like Mario Kart and Wii Sports, to smart toys like the dolls that talk back to you, we're growing up immersed in a digital world where AI is not just a tool, but a companion in our journey of exploration and learning. I believe that in our hands, AI holds great potential to be an extremely powerful tool, as long as we wield it correctly. So, today I'll be talking about the potential benefits of AI, along with the risks and advice related to it. To start off, let's begin with talking about the potential benefits. In this audience, I'd like to see a show of hands for anyone who really hates looking through all of the articles and websites that you have to get information for research, right? Like a lot of you, it's so bothersome. I agree, I absolutely hate it. So when I was preparing for this talk, I decided to use Microsoft's Copilot to help me collect the most relevant information. The best part about using AI for research is the fact that it provides structured and summarized information, saving your time and enhancing your efficiency. So by utilizing algorithms, AI is able, long gone are the days of us sifting through pages and pages of different search results. Instead, we're entering an era of conversational search engines, where all our queries are met in a matter of mere seconds, in the form of interactive and dialogue-based responses. Imagine talking to an AI search engine as if it were your knowledgeable friend. These AI systems are designed to understand the keywords, the context, and the intent behind your questions. By using a blend of natural language processing, machine learning, and vast, ever-growing data sets, AI is able to not only interpret, but also predict the information that you're seeking. Let's explain this better with the help of an example. Using a traditional search engine is like ordering at a cafe and getting this plain, boring, lukewarm coffee that, frankly, you didn't even want in the first place. Switch to AI, and it's like having this barista that knows everything. Your name, your favorite order, and is also someone who can recommend this new and exciting pastry that you're guaranteed to enjoy. When you ask an AI search engine a question, it doesn't just produce this long list of links. No, it engages in a conversation, clarifying your needs, offering refined information, and even suggesting related topics that might pique your interest. While AI accomplishes all of these tasks, it also analyzes the past interactions it had with you, leading to a personalization of the results it produces. For example, if you're always searching for football news and you're clicking onto football websites, AI catches on that you're a football fan. So the next time you type in something like Barcelona, instead of showing you results about the city in Spain, AI will most probably show you results about FC Barcelona first, by using its past interactions with you to give a more relevant answer. But here's the cool part. Everyone's AI search results are going to be completely different. Your friend who enjoys traveling is going to see more results about the city of Barcelona when they search for it. Their AI buddy learned from their past clicks and searches about cities and travels to give them more relevant results. So, even though the both of you typed in the same word, Barcelona, you each got different results that matched your own individual interests. How cool is that? Well, additionally, AI's role as a learning platform is complemented by educational applications such as Khan Academy's AI Tutor and the infamous Duolingo. Both of these applications employ artificial intelligence to personalize learning plans, fine-tune your lessons, cater to individual strengths and weaknesses, and lastly, adjust the pace at which you're learning, making sure that everything is the right level of challenge for you. I'd like to see another show of hands, please. Have you ever felt like you just could not keep up with the pace at which a teacher was teaching in your classroom? Yeah, I felt this too before, and it's honestly a horrible feeling. In a classroom, we can observe that there is a wide variety of different learning paces. So it's only natural that the teacher wouldn't be able to cater to each and every one of these students. However, having AI is the best tool for you to use. It's like having this personal mentor that knows exactly when to offer these extra materials, making sure that your learning journey is as enriching as possible. And the feedback you get? Well, it's like getting feedback from someone who really understands you, focusing on the areas where you have the most exciting potential to grow. This isn't just efficient learning, it's empowering. This is a system that believes in you, that pushes you to not only know more, but to understand better, and to believe in your own incredible capabilities. Now, it is undeniable that AI proves to be an indispensable resource, whether used for educational purposes or for exploring uncharted territories of our creative minds. I'd like for you to take a second to imagine a world in which creativity knows no bounds, where machines not only understand us, but are also able to generate content across various mediums. This world of limitless creativity is in the present, brought to life by generative artificial intelligence, which is reshaping the way we think about content creation, especially with tools such as ChatGPT and DALL-E on the rise. By utilizing algorithms, AI can generate code, AI can generate video, AI can generate images, and AI can even generate audio. Additionally, AI can be used to stimulate the imagination, particularly when visualizing an unreal or an unavailable image. I recall this one time I was assigned homework to write about a fictional kingdom in my English class. I was super excited to work on it, but as soon as I sat down to start it, I was completely stumped. How was I going to describe a place that I've never been to or which I've never seen a photo of before? How was I going to include details about a place born from my imagination? And how was I going to include enough details to make sure that my readers would be satisfied? All of these questions kept swirling around and around in my head as I worked for hours, only to end up with these poorly developed and honestly miserable paragraphs. So at that point, I put my foot down and I was like, I have to find another solution. So I turned to ChatGPT, and with the help of a very simple prompt, I was able to generate an image closely aligned with what I had in mind, helping me in my creative process of describing it. As famously quoted in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. We must educate ourselves about the impacts of AI, striking a delicate balance between its advantages and its drawbacks to treat it as a double-edged sword. We must ensure that we adopt the appropriate etiquette when using AI tools to guard ourselves against misuse from malicious entities or misuse by ourselves. So, here are some of the basic rules that you should be following. First up, caution. You should be extremely cautious when sharing your personal information online. In today's day and age, we often offer out our personal details without a second thought, be it our names, our phone numbers, our addresses, and even our financial details. This can be when you're signing up for a new social media account, filling out a form on a website, or even if you're just making an online purchase. However, it is essential for you to remember that once something is on the internet, it could potentially be accessed by other people. Websites can be hacked and data can be leaked. This could lead for you to get identity theft, financial loss, and other forms of harm. So, you should always think twice before sharing any of your personal information online. And if you do have to share it, make sure that you're doing it with a reliable and a trusted platform. Second, I'd like to see a show of hands in the audience of anyone who's seen this text in an AI search engine before. Well, for those of you who don't know what this is, it's a subtext on ChatGPT stating that AI can make mistakes. This is the prime reason why you should not rely solely on AI to provide factually accurate information. AI's knowledge is nothing without its training data. So if any of that data is outdated, incomplete, or biased, it could negatively impact the results it produces. Let's explain this better with the help of examples. If the AI's training data is from 5 years ago, it wouldn't know about any recent developments. If the training data is incomplete, it could miss out on important details. And lastly, if any of that data contains biases, AI can reinforce those biases in the results it produces, sometimes discriminating against entire races and genders. So, while using AI is always a great starting point, make sure not to use it mindlessly. Always cross-check any important information with multiple reliable resources, and use your judgment to assess the information's credibility. Remember, it's totally okay for you to question the AI and to ask it for more clarification or information. Next, the ease of use and convenience of such technologies, such as AI, provides a very realistic risk of us falling into its dependency, much like the usage of our smartphones today. So I'd like to pose a question to you. If I were to take away all of your gadgets, well, specifically your phones, at this very moment, and ask for you to work for just 1 week without them, do you think you'd be able to manage? Well, for the most of you sitting in this room over here, the answer is no way. We've gotten so used to the convenience that this technology provides us that performing mundane tasks without them seems too daunting of a task for us to approach independently. And a dependency on generative artificial intelligence contains all of this, but it also has a risk of us stifling our creativity and dulling our critical thinking skills. So, it is essential for us to view AI not as a shortcut, but instead as extensions that can amplify our natural talents and capabilities. Lastly, it is imperative for us to realize that with the dangers of dependency comes increased levels of unethical usage, such as plagiarism. It is undeniable that AI is able to provide us with valuable information. However, abusing the power of having all of this knowledge at your fingertips by passing it off as your own original content is ethically incorrect. When I talk about AI being used as a tool for research, I mean for you to use it as a collecting pool of knowledge, not a tool you use to copy and paste your work from. A lack of transparency about the usage of AI can lead you to have a questioned morality and a damaged reputation. And you really want to avoid that. So when using AI, make sure to cite and to credit any of the sources that you use to avoid any of this damaging of your reputation. Remember, use AI as a starting point, a source of imagination, not a tool you use to commit theft with. Apart from it just being unethical, plagiarizing content can also lead for you to get copyright infringement, landing you into some sticky legal troubles that you really don't want to be going through. So, as we stand on the brink of an AI-dominated future, it is essential for us to remember this. AI should be a tool wielded by us, not a tool that wields us. Thank you so much for listening.